So our design philosophy basically, as you rightly said, centers around clients' needs. It's very important for any designer, first of all, to understand what the client wants, put yourself in the client's shoes and understand the project, and only then the project can be successful. So whether it is cost, timeline, the materials that they need or the comfort that they want, or many a times it so happens that there are a lot of things which are unspoken by a client. So as a seasoned designer, you have to understand what they could not tell you and take it down in your brief, or kind of implement that in your design. Only then it's a successful project, I feel. So I'll answer the second question first. So BIM VR is something that we apply to every project. It is a by default thing that happens in Beyond Design. Every project of ours is by default done in BIM, and because we do BIM, we do VR for every project. We've gone a step ahead and started implementing AR, augmented reality, also on site. So that's something that we are doing. Coming back to your first question, it's important that we understand the technology, we understand how it can be used, and implement the right technology. So post-COVID, what we have seen is there is a lot of boom in terms of AV in an office. Earlier, for a 20,000 square feet office, there used to be probably 2 AV rooms. One is a boardroom and second one is a small meeting room. Today, every meeting room, every cabin, every small interview room has a AV setup, audiovisual setup. That's one big change that has happened post-COVID. The second change is post-COVID, the offices are not a place to come and work. They are a place to come and meet, collaborate with your peers, with your colleagues, and go back. So the entire concept of office has changed. If the company has, say, 1,000 workforce, the office may not be more than 300. So in that case, how do you make sure that you call the employees back to office? How does it act as a magnet is what is more important in the design now, rather than just fitting the number of desks anymore. I feel, of course, it is going to be tier 1 still, which includes Mumbai, Bangalore, Hyderabad, Chennai, Pune, but it will also be tier 2 cities like Indore, Bhopal, Ranchi, Bhubaneswar. These are cities which are untapped to a certain extent in terms of large commercial interior projects, or in terms of IT companies going there. I'm not saying that IT companies haven't reached there yet, but the way they have reached and grown and expanded in tier 1 cities, that's yet to happen. And I think very soon we'll see that, because there is a lot of land potential, there is a lot of manpower which is already available. What we only need is developers taking up these projects in tier 2 cities and expand. Of course, we are doing work pan-India in tier 1, tier 2 cities, and we are aware that there is a lot of potential, not only for projects but for our own manpower to go to these cities and start from these cities setting up small offices. So recently we set up a Kolhapur office, because that's a untapped territory as far as office interiors is concerned. There are good guys available, but they don't have the exposure that is required in Kolhapur. All of them come to Pune. Why should we do that? If they are super happy sitting in Kolhapur now and working on our project. So I think every firm that we are talking to in terms of corporate interiors, we should look at all these tier 2 cities now. Extremely important for every project. Luckily, every client is now aware of green certifications. Many of them say that I may not go for certification, but at least my project has to adhere to the standard. So it's a very, very welcome change. Earlier it used to be only a client desire expressing कि हाँ कुछ तो करना चाहिए, but now it has become a mandatory thing in their ESG goals. So it's a good thing to happen, but I still feel that we are falling short of the actual green certification that has to happen based on embedded carbon and operational carbon. We are yet not there, and it is still a long way to go. Oh, absolutely, because as the industry is growing, we are definitely seeing a lot of tech coming in, not only in design and construction, but in post construction, which is handover stage and the maintenance stage. Of course, there is a capex involved there, but clients are understanding that along with the capex comes the ROI. You get better results when there is a lot of tech involved in the interiors. So yes, it's picking up fast. We are doing a project in Ahmedabad, which is a 3.5 lakh square feet building and a 2.5 lakh square feet interiors. It's a corporate office building for a very well known and big pharma company that we're doing. And interestingly, the building has 4 floors of labs and 4 floors of office interiors, along with a floor for the top management, 1 floor which is dedicated to reception and common areas, 1 dedicated floor for the cafeteria and all that. So fitting these requirements in the building design and then taking the interior side is quite interesting. I am looking forward to the delivery of that project now. So as you rightly said, all of the 3 that you mentioned, curated shows, walkthroughs, innovative products being shown, and I think we should also look at some kind of interaction between the industry verticals, from clients to architects to consultants to suppliers to manufacturers. Some platform where all of us can come down, ideate and do something better for the industry and for our nation. First of all, I am super happy to know that ORGATEC is coming to India. We always had to go out and visit the show, but this had to happen. I'm happy that ORGATEC feels that India market is mature enough for them to come down here. That shows the strength that we have today as a nation and as an industry. And all the best to ORGATEC team.